Hey, what's up? I'm Zoe. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing a tier rank of every single book that I read in 2022. I only read 75, so don't worry, it won't take too long. The reading year for 2022 was not as much of a highlight as I probably wanted it to be, but you know, we move. These tiers are kind of like some of my favorite like memes and quotes that I love to use in real life. At the bottom of the tier ranking, we have "We were all rooting for you." If you know, this is from America's Next Top Model. Tyra Banks said this famously to one of the models that, well, everyone was rooting for. It's likely for all of the books that I was rooting for, I was hopeful in some way that it would work out, but it didn't. Rue, when was this? Obviously, that is from Euphoria. Maddie famously said that to Rue. And I picked this one because a lot of times I can never remember what a book was about. And that's pretty bad, because if I can't even remember what it was about and I read it, then I have "You just didn't stand out to me." This is one of the Abby Lee Miller quote that's going around on TikTok when she does the pyramid. It's one of the ones that she says, "Who would have thought?" Not me. Most of the times when I've rated books high this year, they really were shocks. So this is for the surprises of the year. And the last one is also a TikTok sound. "You don't understand." I'm obsessed. For all of the books that I absolutely loved this year, I was obsessed with them. I couldn't stop talking about them. So, you know, the obsession was real. Okay, I probably should have shuffled the covers before I did this. I think I'm just gonna grab them at random. La da 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 da, la da 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 da, la ti dee dee dee. Okay, blended. Ooh. I guess this would go in the "who would have thought." Who would have thought, not me, if I have to pick one. Because I'm not adding tiers. This is it. This is it. I have to make it work. I'm looking, we're gonna do this one. The Chase. Ooh. I'm gonna say, ooh. You know what? This could go in "You just didn't stand out to me," or it could go in Rue, when was this? I guess this is Rue, when was this? Because when was this? I remember reading this and I did a whole dedicated, focused reading vlog for this. But, oh my gosh, what was it? Was this about Dean's sister? Okay, I Kissed Alice. We were all rooting for you. I know that the ratings were not great for this when I went in, but I really thought that I would like this. Oh, we have one of the Sweat and Soap volumes. I don't remember which one this was, but I feel like pretty much all of the volumes of Sweat and Soap that I read this year, none of them really truly stood out to me. So I feel like I could just put all of them there. Ooh, The Midnight Library. Ooh, We Were All Rooting for You. That one was bad. That was not a good time. The reason why I read this was because, well, it first got put on my TBR because of BTS. The members read it in the soup, and I wanted to love it. I always want to try and get into the intellectual books that BTS read, or like have their concepts revolve around, but it didn't work out for me here. A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. Oh my gosh, you don't understand. I'm obsessed. This is so good. I cannot wait to read the rest of the books in the series. Barnes & Noble had their 50% off hardcover sale, and so I went and I bought the last book in the series, and I'm pretty sure I bought the new series that she's starting. I don't know. I think it just came out in December. No idea if it's good or not, but I bought it anyway because we're gonna see. Ooh, The Counselors. Rue, when was this? Because I honestly have no memory of anything that happened in that book. I think I DNF'd it. The Year of the Witching. Where do I put this? Who would have thought, not me, or You Don't Understand? I'm obsessed. I'll put it in Who Would Have Thought, Not Me. This is a book that has been on my TBR for quite a while, because I'm pretty sure this came out in 2020, maybe? Either way, it's been on there for a while. My friend got it for me for my birthday, and I was so excited to read it. But the thing is when you add things to your TBR years ago, a lot of times, you kind of miss the wave of excitement for reading the book. You don't remember what it's about. And so I was really concerned I wasn't gonna like it. And I really wanted to like it, first of all, because my friend got it for me. And so it's like, it's one thing if I spend my money on it and I hate it, but if someone gifts it to me, you know, one way or another, I'm going to feel like I have to keep this, you know? So I was really hoping that I liked it. And, but there was always that chance, and I liked it. It wasn't like my favorite book. There were some things that I didn't love about it, but overall. How to Fake It in Hollywood. Who would have thought? Not me, because I do not really, I read fake dating, but it's not my favorite go-to thing. And this is about PR couples, and sometimes I feel like people's interpretation of like what they think happens in Hollywood isn't good. Even though I've never been in Hollywood, I act like I'm an expert, but I guess it's also just how I want to see it portrayed and like carried out. The Inheritance Games. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh, where do I put this? Who would have thought? Not me, because I don't know. I feel like this could have gone badly, but it didn't. Twisted Love. Oh my gosh. This is another one that I have to say we were rooting for you, because like I was rooting for this. Everyone talks about the Twisted series and how great of a romance it is, and I wanted to love it. I wanted to get on that train, but I could not get through this book. I think I DNF'd it, and I just couldn't. This was obsessed guy, and I could not stand his obsession, because I really would have slapped him and filed a restraining order if he was talking to me and acting like that around me. I don't care whose best friend you are. Starsight. Oh my gosh. Oh, I mean, technically we were all rooting for you. I really loved Skyward, so it breaks my heart every single time I think about it that I just did not end up loving Starsight. And it's only the second book in the series, so, and this was like the first sci-fi that I really was able to get into. Skyward was, and so it just makes me sad that I'm already dropping this series. American Royalty. Oh my gosh. This has to be We Were Rooting For You. Why is this category so big? Oh my god. I mean, I think there were things that I really loved in the beginning. Like, I really did like Duchess. I thought that she was a really fun character, but I did not like the prince. Did not enjoy him. Did not enjoy his personality. I didn't like how he approached her when they first met. I felt like that was just out of pocket. Can we get some that I actually liked really quick? Wash Day Diaries. You do not understand. I'm obsessed. I need to buy this because I loved this story. I want the author and illustrator to make more. Just make this a series, a universe. Let's get more stories. Let's get books that are dedicated to each girl in this friend group. Spider-Man. So I really got into reading these Spider-Man comics this year, as you all may know. So I'm gonna say who would have thought? Not me, for all of them. I never thought that I would be reading comics officially and going out of my way to do so, because up until now, my experience with enjoying superhero content has just been through movies or TV shows and things like that. But actually reading the comics has been a pretty good time. My Hero Academia, when was this? I've tried to get into that anime multiple times, but I have not been able to, and I tried to read obviously the first manga of it because I think it was free on Apple or something. I don't know. I don't, it's just not clicking, I guess. So I don't think it's the series for me. The Spider-Man Homecoming, this one, when was this? Just watched the movie, honestly. But I mean, it was cute. You got some little extra added details and dialogue, but overall everything was the exact same as what Homecoming the movie was. So I feel like you can watch that, and you can also see cute Tom Holland in there. So it'll be a better experience than just reading the book. Oh, Viola Davis's memoir. Just, you don't understand, I'm obsessed. It was such a good read. Honestly, it was. And she did such a great job of narrating it. So yes, I hope she wins some awards for that. I think I'll put put in, you know what, I'm obsessed, because I feel like I read that and then I watched the show and I feel like it just added to my excitement and my experience. And I don't know, I love the Heartstopper series. I think it's so adorable and I need to own that one of these days. I need to own all of them. So hopefully one day I'll be able to get my hands on that. You'll Be the Death of Me. We were all rooting for you, because I actually bought this book and so I wanted more from it. It was probably the first time that Karen M. McManus actually let me down, and I just could not get into the story. Didn't care about the characters, I didn't care about the romances, I didn't care about the mystery, and that's one too many things not to care about. So yeah, we were rooting for you, but you let me down. For Aunties in a Wedding, we were all rooting for you. I loved Four Aunties and a Funeral. Was that what it was called? I think so. That one was so good. It was amazing. And I loved the audiobook because that's how I listened to it. And this one I did the audiobook also, waited for it for months. When I finally got it, I was so disappointed because it read like a YA novel. It just had a lot of the wishy-washiness and it just felt like no one wanted to have those confronting conversations, which just felt weird for someone who is, I'm assuming, pushing 30 or over 30. So I was just like, why are you so hesitant to say what you want to say? Like, please be serious. Next we have Dating Dr. Dill. I'll put this in Who Would Have Thought. No, I'll put this in no, I'll put this in Who Would Have Thought Not Me. It's not that I didn't think that I was going to, well, actually, it was one of those books that was really hyped up by Book Talk, and so I think I did think that I wasn't going to like it, because sometimes I just feel like they aren't, but I guess I should listen to Book Talk. A lot of times I like the books that they recommend. Little Prince, I read this because of BTS, and I thought it was cute, but it didn't really stand out to me in the way that I thought it was going to. A lot of people love this story, and they swear by it, and they're just like, you know, like this is their everything, but it kind of came and went for me. I thought it was nice and it has a good message, but I don't know. It ends with us. Oh my gosh. Who would have thought not me? I was fully ready when I started this story to hate it. I was fully ready for that, but that did not happen. So here we are. I didn't hate it as much as I wanted to hate it, even though I do think that the pitch for this book is completely wrong. People need to emphasize the trigger warnings for this one a little better. And yes, so if you don't know what It Ends With Us is about, it is about emotional and physical abuse, and there's also a lot of alcoholism mentioned in this. So yeah, don't go into it without knowing that. It's not just a sad book, it's not just a sad relationship, it deals with abuse. 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 A Winter's Promise. You just didn't stand out to me. I feel like I was looking forward to this book for a really long time, so I really wanted something from this. Everyone said that it was kind of like Draco from Harry Potter's book. I don't know about all that, but okay. It just kind of came, and then I feel like it just, I don't know, it didn't motivate me to read the next one as quickly as I thought it would. I thought I would be obsessed and like, so here we are. The wedding season now, you don't understand, I'm obsessed. I loved this book and I realized this year that I read a lot of wedding stories, which is very odd considering I have not been to many weddings in my life, but I read a lot of wedding related adjacent books, and this one was just so good. It was about this girl who, she kind of got left at the altar, and because her wedding was supposed to happen in like May, I believe, which is like the start of wedding season when everyone wants to get married, and had a summer filled of weddings that she still had to go to, even though originally it was like her and her husband were going to be going to all these weddings together. So now she has to go to them single, and some of them her husband will still be going to because it's like their mutual friend instead of just like her friend or something like that. And it was just such a good story, and it covered her obviously having a romance, but also just the relationships that she has with her family, and also the relationships that she has with her friends, and dealing with the way that she had to figure out how to move on after what happened with her ex. So I thought it was a really good story. I need to buy that actually because it was that good. I need to support the author because she did the damn thing. Window Shopping by Tessa Bailey. Yeah. Rue, when was this? That was just not great. I did not like that story. No, I did not. And I didn't really expect to love it, but it also just has turned me off from Tessa Bailey. So I think I just took all of the books that I had on my TBR from her off of there because I was just like, yeah, no, I don't like this writing style. And I didn't like the relationship from the start. It just was not, no. You made a fool of death with your beauty. I was obsessed with this. It was so good. And it like had me concerned in the first half. I think I did a reading vlog on this, and by the end, it won me back. It was so messy in the best way possible. If there's any book that I read last year that I need there to be a show or a movie, no, a movie I think. No, or a show. Well, either one would be entertaining. I want all the content. If there's one that I want, it's this one. I'm glad my mom died. Obviously, I was obsessed with this. This was so great. Jeanette, just all the love to her, and I'm glad her mom died too because that book was, if you were able to read it, you know. Then we have The Maid. We were all rooting for you. Everyone was like hyping this book up, and I don't know what I thought it was going to be like, but this wasn't it. I just, no. Of course, the last two things are Marvel related. So first off, we have the She-Hulk comic, which I feel like I have to put this in Who Would Have Thought Not Me. I not only went into the She-Hulk show not knowing that I would end up being obsessed with it and loving Jennifer Walters and being obsessed with She-Hulk, and I really didn't. I wasn't even planning on watching the show like that. Like, I thought if I hate the first few episodes, I'm not going to tune in for the rest. I'll just watch them later. But I ended up being obsessed, and the last two episodes of that season were excellent. And the last thing, which I think is really fitting because I think this was the last book that I read in 2022, so it's great that this is the last one we're going to talk about, and that is the Marvel Advent Calendar that I got. So, who would have thought not me? I really didn't know what the stories were going to be in this because it was just like every single day you got a short story from a Marvel character for whatever, and I wasn't sure if these were going to be good, but a lot of them were good, and I wasn't expecting to like so many of them. I mean, of course I love the Spider-Man ones, but I think that a lot of the stories were actually pretty good. That's every single book that I read in 2022 tier ranked, and I think that this is actually very accurate. I think this also matches up to kind of the ratings that I gave every single book, and yeah, the reading year was okay. It wasn't that bad, but it wasn't, I didn't have as many standouts as I kind of wanted to have, but hopefully 2023, good vibes, good energy. We're gonna have a great reading year. This video, thumbs up, subscribe, turn on alerts. It always helps out the channel and lets me know what videos you're enjoying. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. Dreams, baby. What can I do when I'm